was raised by a single mother. My dad died of a heroin overdose when I was 5 years old.
And now Republican Dylan Motorelli wants to be your next congressman in District 19. He wants to replace Byron Donalds, who is running for governor.
Motorelli is one of 8 Republicans running. Today, he reveals more about his plans to Gulf Coast News chief political correspondent Dave Elias.
Why did you decide to run?
We're getting the same type of politician going in, saying one thing, and they do nothing for the American people.
Your thoughts on the government shutdown?
I think it's horrible. I think it's horrible, and I think the budgets are horrible, and both sides complain about spending money.
Would you implore both sides to get back to the table?
You have people that are so far to the left and so far to the right, and everybody in the middle is being hurt.
So would you say you fall more in the middle right now?
Yeah, I think I do. I think I fall in the middle.
The president has threatened to fire people during this shutdown. Do you support that?
I do agree with firing some people in the government because it's too bloated and the system doesn't work.
Should the congressmen themselves not be getting paid right now?
100%. Why is it that every other government official is not getting paid, but congressmen are still collecting their checks?
President Trump says inflation is defeated. A lot of people would disagree. Your thoughts?
I think he's working on it, but I would not say it's defeated. I think that's not true at all.
So lawmakers are talking about getting rid of Obamacare, and there are a lot of people that rely on that.
I think we should get rid of Obamacare and install something better. I'm uninsured. I don't have a health insurance policy. I refuse to pay $400 a month, and it's also personal choice because I'm 35 years old.
So I didn't expect to hear that. You're a family man with a wife and child, and you guys have no health insurance.
Well, mine does.
Okay.
I don't, and my wife doesn't.
Everybody wants the endorsement of President Trump. Do you think he'll endorse? Would he consider you?
I hope that President Trump and Byron Donalds stay out of the race with the endorsements and let the best man win. President Trump has worked with a lot of these individuals in the race, and they're all going up there and they're kissing the ring. I'm not kissing anybody's ring. There's choices, and I'm asking the people to choose me.
Voters will make that choice during the August 18th primary next year. Dave Elias, Gulf Coast News.